Hello everybody, I guess you are all doing very well. A very good evening to all my dear friends, all dear students who have been preparing for the civil services or want to prepare for the civil services examination. Now please remember this session is going to be very interesting for you because not only are we going to discuss a lot of things regarding the planning, but also we are going to answer all the queries that you have with respect to choosing of the optionals, planning, whatever questions you want. All sort of queries are going to be resolved. Every answer is going to be given today. So welcome to this very interesting session, which is basically giving you a strategy how you need to prepare. 2-year UPSC strategy for especially the beginners and also those who are preparing and going to appear in 2028. But along with it, please remember, those who are going to appear even for 2027, we are there to answer their queries also. So you don't need to worry at all. So let's first of all understand what we're going to do today. Let's see. This is my Telegram account where you can get this PDF also. This is the Instagram link. Now, the most interesting thing that we're going to do here is, this is what we have planned for you. I'm going to discuss the 2-year strategy, definitely. How to choose your optional, that point. How to deal with the current affairs. Sometimes what happens is current affairs appears to be a monster. Very often in my batches, when I'm teaching geography or anthropology, students ask me, sir, we are not able to manage the current affairs. Please tell us the correct strategy. Shall we read the newspaper or not read the newspaper? Shall we read the current affair magazines or not read the magazines? Shall we write all the notes or what? What should be the proper manner, right? Then, how to make the notes? What to deal with this essay? Essay is something that is most neglected. Now, whether you are appearing in 27, 28, whatever year, essay becomes very important. What should be an approximate daily routine that you should have? Mocks. Mocks now, it is talking about, or we are going to deal with the preliminary mocks as well as the mocks for the mains examination, right? Both of them. Then I'm definitely going to answer whatever questions you have. You want to ask me regarding this topic or anything else, I will be there to answer all the queries, right? First of all, let us understand certain things and then we're going to begin also. Okay. Just to show you this, now, these are the Pinnacle batch faculties before we start the discussion. Pinnacle batch is again a English batch, purely in English. And in this English batch, there is a 2-year batch, right, which is going to begin now. These are the faculties. Abhishek Srivastav sir is going to teach history. I am going to teach geography, environment and disaster management. Nikhil sir is going to teach polity. Ranchan sir is going to teach economy. Shekhar sir is going to teach society. Manjeet sir is going to take science and technology and CSAT, and Shruti ma'am is going to take ethics, just for your information. And in this particular batch, we are going to have all the features like live lectures, daily MCQs, mains questions, current affairs, regular doubt sessions, CSAT answer writing programs, DPP, DMPs and ebooks. If you take the 360, select 360, so you have delegated mentorship, daily MCQs, daily answer writing with evaluation, UPSC Khazana, hard copies of the books and the NCERT recorded lectures. So let's first of all return to the agenda that we are here today for. Before we begin, let's see this very carefully. There's a very famous quote. Even today when I was taking my anthropology lecture, anthropology optional, a student mentioned a quote in the comment section, and that quote is actually very appropriate for those who are preparing for the civil services examination. Do you want to hear that quote? This is the quote. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this, right? Now, you have to be all very attentive also. I will be there to help you out in all the questions that you have. First, let us understand certain things and then we're going to discuss whatever queries you have. But you have to be there with me in order to listen to this. Now, it basically means, now, what you do is, you are preparing for, let us say, the civil services examination. You do not have any plan how to prepare, what subject to study, from where to start, where to end. And you started reading some books because your friend has told you that this book is really very interesting and it will make you an IAS, right? Unfortunately, what happens, you're wasting your time because it is not in the correct direction. That is why, if you are not planning well, you are actually planning to fail. And this is not only applicable for the UPSC examination, but any aspect of life. You will understand this very well. If you are not planning well, you are actually planning to fail, be it UPSC or in your life for that matter, right? Okay. There are certain students who are asking, okay, forcing me to, but we'll answer that also, don't need to worry. Clear? Just first of all, let us understand this. It is very, very important here. Okay. Now, all those here, please listen to me. We are going to follow this particular manner. So I'll be first telling you about the strategy, optional, and then all these things will be there. So stay with us. Please listen to this very carefully. It is very, very critical and very, very important for all of you. Let's see. Now, if you ask me, even those who are preparing right now, you should also be very well aware of that. There are certain subjects which are the core subjects, and there are certain which are allied subjects. Now, if you're focusing extraordinarily on certain allied subjects, and later on what happens is, you're not able to manage things, that is because, again, one of the reasons that you're not able to plan well. So let us see certain core subjects first. Whether it is preliminary examination or mains examination, let's see this. If I talk about the core subjects, you will see, let us say first, geography. You have history. You have polity. And you have economics. Now, please remember this very carefully. Very often students ask me, sir, I have not prepared geography or history well. I'm giving the preliminary examination, sir. Tell me certain tips. It is a biggest advice that I'm going to give you today. Please understand this very well. These 4 subjects are the core subjects which form the bedrock for your civil services examination. Prelims, or for that matter, the GS mains also. So in both the stages, these are the core subjects. Now, if you are neglecting any of them during the course of your preparation, what is going to happen is there will be questions like for history or polity, and you will not be able to manage them, though they are very easy because you haven't prepared them. Then the chances of qualifying this examination becomes very difficult. So always remember one thing, these core subjects have to be done well, whether you like it or not. For example, I'm an engineer, and I knew something very clearly, that economics is something that is a subject which I haven't studied. So I paid a lot of attention. I studied really hard so that I understand the basics and fundamentals of economics, so that I can write well in my mains examinations and attempt questions for the preliminary examinations also. Now, if you see, other than them, there are other subjects also. Where you have subjects like environment. Now, please remember one thing, environment and ecology can in a way be considered a part of geography also, but again we teach it separately, so I'm taking it as a separate subject. Then you have one subject which I'm taking it together, which is known as ancient medieval art and culture. It is known as AMAC nowadays, again a Gen Z term, ancient medieval art and culture, right? AMAC. Now, why? Because you will realize that ancient medieval has a lot of stuff through which art and culture questions are also asked. So I'm taking this as one subject, AMAC. Along with it, you know that very well, you have science and technology. Clear? All the science NCRTs, right from class 6 till class 10, all strategies will be discussed here, because even if you are preparing right now also, you are in the batches also, there will be a lot of things that you're missing right now. Possibly you need to restructure your strategy also. That is why this lecture is very important for everybody. Along with it, you know that you have the CSAT. Yes? I will discuss about the mains in the next slide, so don't worry about this. Along with it, one more subject, though I have been used to teach earlier, this is society. Now, this is actually a culmination of all the subjects, society. Now, these subjects, yes, they are important. Nowadays, questions are also being asked. But if you miss these subjects, then qualifying civil services becomes very difficult. These have to be done first priority, and then after that, we have to focus on these aspects also. Clear, everybody? Environment, AMAC, that means ancient medieval art and culture, science and technology, CSAT, and society. Now, when I talk about the mains examination, you know that very well. Now, let's see a little bit about mains, then we'll go ahead. When I'm talking about the main subject, mains. Now, mains is what? Written. You know that very well. We have 4 GS subjects. I'm not going into the syllabus right now because I'm here to discuss the strategy. I'll briefly tell you, right? You have the 4 GS paper. Paper 1 to paper 4. We all know what it basically means. First thing, always remember, if you're preparing for the civil services, right? Okay? Right? You should have the syllabus with you, and along with it, you should have the previous year questions with you, right? Now, secondly, you have the optional. Third, essay. And fourth, the compulsory paper. These are those aspects which basic structure is existing, right? Clear? Clear? Now, if I move ahead, now please understand this well. This is the basic structure of the subjects that you need to study. General studies 1 to 4, please remember this. If you have done these subjects, obviously the ethics part also comes in the GS4. You will be able to manage this general studies. Obviously, you need to do the answer writing. Now, this is a separate aspect, optional selection, essay practice, right? And compulsory paper, yes, whether you're choosing which regional language, whichever you're choosing, it is up to you. But this is more a broad level, the subjects that are present. Now comes the aspect of how to study these, what should be a strategy. Let us move on to that aspect. Everybody understood? A brief idea of the subjects that I've given. What are the core subjects? If you see here, I have shown you what are the core subjects. These are the other subjects that are present. These are the other aspects of the mains examination that you need to know. Now comes the strategy. We have certain timelines in front of you. And I am assuming that, supposingly you are part of the Pinnacle batch, right? Or even if you are doing self-study for that matter, not an issue. Even if you are doing self-study, not an issue. If you are doing self-study, then also it is equally good for you. And even if you have joined Pinnacle batch, 2 years batch, then also it is going to be very helpful for you. Now you are over here in the month of May, and I am targeting that you will be giving your paper. You will be giving your paper in the month of May 2028. Yes? Yes? So let us first of all see in this month, just give me a minute. In this month, possibly those who are targeting for 2028 will be giving the paper. So now you need to strategize accordingly, right? Let's understand this. The strategy which I'm going to tell you now is a strategy which is foolproof to the best of my ability and out of the experience of so many years, which has helped thousands and thousands of students. And that is why it is an outcome of that. If you make the best use of it, it will be easy for you to strategize and study, even if you are studying on your own. Even if you are giving the paper in 2027 also, then also you need to reduce the time accordingly. But let us focus over here. Right now, supposingly you are in May 2026. For all those who have to give in 2028, this particular timeline which I am preparing for you, please see this very carefully. From May till October, it might extend little bit to November also, but from May till October, you are expected to complete all your NCRTs extraordinarily well, right? All your NCRTs extraordinarily well. All those who are attempting in 2027 also, please remember, all your queries will be resolved. Right now, first of all, I'm telling you the 2-year strategy that is important right now, and then all your queries, right? This is the phase 1. This is what? The phase 1. where you have to lay your foundation, NCERTs. This is the major foundation which you have to lay here. Second is, if you are attending, let us say, the Pinnacle batch, if you are attending the Pinnacle batch, your duty should be to attend the lecture and revise the notes and understand the basic concepts. Like, let us say the lecture. If you are doing self-study, then focus on this. This is a stage where you need to inculcate the habit of reading the newspapers. Now, what happens is, right now when I'm taking the sessions of, let us say, classes of anthropology or geography, the people have to appear for their examination and they still ask me, sir, do we need to read the newspapers? And at that particular time, I have to tell them, yes, you have to read the newspapers, but they do not have the habit of reading newspapers, and that is why they're not able to interpret the questions also which are asked. So, newspaper reading is what begins here. Now you will ask me, sir, what are the NCERTs we need to read? I'm talking about the core subjects right now. Please understand this, right? Clear? Supposingly, we are talking about, let us say, geography for 2 minutes. First of all, remember, whenever you want to read the newspapers, right? Begin with the class 11th and class 12th, right? Clear? Now see, class 11th has two NCERTs. It is about physical geography, dealing with physical geography. Class 12th has again two NCERTs dealing with human geography. If you have completed these four NCERTs, your basic foundation for geography is to a great extent done. After that, once you have done, you can do class 6 to 10th, right? Clear? What happens? Now see what happened, everybody. Please focus here. It's very important here, because remember one thing, that these sessions are for you. Clear? So once you have done these two things, it will be very easy for you to grasp the geography subjects. Later on, if you want to cover class 6 to 10th NCERTs also, it is very easy because you have done with the core subjects. Then, if you are doing history, again, 11th and 12th NCERT, I will preferably advise the old ones. Clear? Third, economics. You know that very well. The economics NCERT start from class 9th till class 12th. If you're supposingly over here class 9th, 10th and 11th, one NCERT over there is very much manageable even for a candidate who does not have any specialization in economics. You can very well do those NCERTs. But the ones which are associated with macro and microeconomics, you can leave them for the timing. Whenever the lecture will happen, the teacher will explain you. Or there will be a special video also that we will will present to you in this channel only. If you are doing self-study also, then also we'll tell you what parts you have to study over there. So, economics again, once you have done these basics, I'm telling you now, you will be able to solve a lot of questions even in the preliminary examinations, which you are right now not able to solve because you haven't read the NCERTs. Clear? Then comes polity. Now, polity also, please remember, 11th and 12th are the most important, and later on, first do these and later on you can do class 6 to 10th. Why I said 11th and 12th first? Because these are the ones which again are very, very critical for you, the important ones, and after that you can do 6 to 10. That will not take much time also. Now, but why I'm mentioning 6 to 10th? Many questions are picked up from the boxes that are present in various parts of these class 6, 7th, 8th and NCERTs, and that is why it is important. Now, during this particular span, you have to complete these NCERTs. While you are doing the history NCERTs, the old ones, you will be covering not only the part of your modern NCERT, ancient and medieval will also be covered here. So, once you have done these does not mean that you have read it once or twice. You should be in a stage that any question that I ask you from the NCR, you're able to answer it. That is a level. That is why I am talking about so many months, so that you are not under pressure and you are able to study them well and you're able to manage them also well. Now lectures, whatever is being taught in the lectures, your duty is to every day revise it, properly revise it. If you have any doubts, discuss with the teacher. Third is newspaper reading. You have to begin. If you haven't begun, please, you will have to inculcate the habit of newspaper reading, whichever newspaper you want to read. See, Indian Express is also good, the Hindu is also good. If you are having some problem with the English, you can read even the Times of India to begin with, and then later on go to Indian Express. If your English is good, you can continue with any of those, the Hindu or the Indian Express. It is no issue with that respect. So you need to inculcate, at least begin with this. Am I clear with this stage? Everybody here? Everybody, am I clear? It takes 2 to 3 hours to read the newspaper. Exactly correct. Initially, when you are reading the newspapers, it is going to take a lot of time. First of all, to begin with, all those who have never read the newspaper, it might take 2 hours. As you continue reading the newspapers, it will drop down to 1.5 hours to even 1 hour. Remember that. If you are reading one newspaper, do not give so much time that you are not able to read anything. Why that is happening? Because please, bache, you do not have the habit of reading the newspapers. Now, for the first time you are reading, that is why it is taking so much time. After that, you will yourself inculcate. First of all, and you should be very clear about this thing, that do not read stuff which is not required. For that, you require the syllabus in front of you. If you are reading the matrimonial things, an article is published which says, we need a groom, he should be 6 feet tall, he should be working abroad, he should have a 6-figure salary. If you're reading those things, then you're wasting your time. You understand that? You should not be concerned about bride and groom advertisements in your newspapers. You should not be concerned about the political news. Your focus should be with respect to what is required, which is in synchronization with the syllabus. Clear? Which to prefer, the Hindu or the Indian Express? If your English is good, if you're able to understand, go with the Hindu. The Indian Express is also equally good, but again, the English is slightly of a lower level. So, if your English is good, go with the Hindu. There is no problem in that. Clear? Okay. Everybody clear with this? Now comes the phase 2. It is till October. It might extend a little bit till November, but till October you need to finish. Second part is phase 2. By now, you are in a stage where you have read the newspapers also. Now, it will depend upon your determination to continue with this process. Clear? Clear? What happened? Somebody is asking, I am in class 10. How can I manage time for both 10th board and UPSC basic foundation? If you are doing your schooling well, you are forming a strong base for your UPSC preparation. Please remember, do not, anybody for that matter, do not neglect your schooling. When you enter your graduation, over there also I'll tell you not to neglect your graduation, but you can prepare during that time along with your graduation. Right now, your focus should be to do very well in your schooling. Along with it, get into a very good college also, right? Whatever your aim is, whether it is IIT, NIT for that matter, any college, but get into the best of the colleges. That will give you confidence, and along with it, prepare for your UPSC examinations. That is my recommendation to you, because right now, do not burden yourself, right? Do not burden yourself with so much pressure that you are right now in class 10 and you want to prepare for UPSC. If you are doing your schooling also well, you will be able to do that well. Clear, everybody? Clear? Okay. Okay, you are in class 11. But again, same thing. If you are in class 11, focus on your schooling right now. You have to get into, let us say, get into a good college also. If you are into a good college, you will have good environment around you. Environment means good competition. That will again push you to work hard. Many students ask me, sir, why is that the people from IIT very often get in top 5 ranks, top 10 ranks? It is not that they are brilliant and all. Okay, there are many other candidates who are also brilliant. The reason is, when you are in a good college, you have people around you who are very competitive. When they are competitive, that pushes you even more to work to the best of your ability, right? That is what helps you to even qualify the examination. Clear? Okay, clear? Yes, it is good. You can follow the NCERT series also. It's equally good. Now phase 2 over here, please see this very well. This stage is marked by the time in all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months plus, you have read these NCERTs, you're reading the newspapers, you're going through the lectures also. So you are in a state that you are now a proper aspirant who has done so many things, and you know things, what the subjects are, the knowledge also, which we assume if you have done well. Now the second step happens over here is where you will choose your optional. Now, many will tell me, sir, why do we need to choose the optional at this stage? We can do it later on. Please remember, the earlier you do it, better it is going to be, because again, it is also a subject which has 500 marks weightage. Your optional are deciders of your rank, whether you are inside the list or outside the list. Clear? Whether you are inside or outside the list is decided by your optional also. You know that very well. So my request would be to choose it now, so that even when you are appearing for 2028, you start now, so that you have enough time to revise and practice and do the mocks also. Optional, choose your optional. Second, now you move on, because you have done your NCERTs, you can move to the advanced level. Advanced level for the GS. What do I mean by advanced level? NCERTs, again, I have told you very well, they are the core pillars for your preparation. If you neglect the NCERTs, I am telling you, out of those 100 questions, there will be 15, 20, even 30 questions which are picked up from NCERT. If you haven't done them, over there you will get confused, and you know that very well. What is written in the NCERT is accepted by the UPSC, not your interpretation. UPSC accepts the NCERT's interpretation, because that is again government book. That is why build those logics well. Build those understandings well. If you're missing the NCERT, you're missing a lot of stuff. Please remember that. Now, once you've done your NCERTs, you've revised it multiple times, you have those in your tips also, then you can move to the advanced books. Now, what do you mean by advanced books? Now, if you have, let us say, the subscription for, let us say, Pinnacle batch and all, you have those UPSC wala books, you can refer to them also. Or let us say, for example, let us say, these are basically like UPSC wala books, or other books, other standard books. Like, for example, if I am talking about history, some people refer to Spectrum. Some people who are studying polity refer to Lakshmikant. Some people who are referring to, let us say, economics might refer to some standard book, like, let us say, Ramesh Singh, etc. Whatever one standard book that you need. Or if you do not want this, if you have these UPSC wala books, these are also themselves standard books. Why do we need these? Again, yes, right. Udaan equals NCERTs or not, sir? See, Udaan magazines cover NCERTs also. That is absolutely true. But again, in the lectures which I had done in the this particular channel, in my lectures, I have covered NCERTs also in the Udaan, right? So that is not an issue, but I would recommend you to read NCERTs. There's a reason behind it. NCERT has a particular flair of the language. Do not run away from books. It will just help you. Once you go through these NCERTs, it will be going to be very helpful for you. Clear? Okay, somebody is asking. Okay, watching my world physical Indian geography classes. You are bad. Thank you so much for your comments, bache. Anmol, thank you so much. But again, I would recommend you to revise it as many times if you liked it, if you are able to learn something from it. I would recommend you to again revise those content and give to the best of your ability during the examination and qualify this exam. Then I would be even more happy that whatever hard work that I had done during those lectures were helpful for you, right? Okay. Now, either you can choose these, or there is another these standard books, whichever you want, whichever you have, there is absolutely no issue, right? There is absolutely no issue. It is enough, yes. If somebody does not have these UPSC wala books, then you can have these, right? If you have these books, then you do not have to refer to this. There is absolutely no issue. Either one of them, right? Clear? Clear? Okay. I can read the newspaper from class 11. Yes, bache, you can read the newspaper. I have been reading the newspaper since class 7. If you are in class 11th right now, read Times of India. Read the editorial there slowly. Just skim and scan the news and read those editorials. You can read, obviously, right? I will tell you that, don't worry. At this level, beta, because you are in the advanced level, now comes the phase where for you the aspects of previous year questions will become very important. Why I did not mention this in the previous phase, there is a reason behind it. Because at that time you were learning certain things, you were revising the NCRTs, right? Clear? So at that time I did not mention this. Now the PYQs and along with them answer writing will become important here. Now somebody will say, so you could have mentioned answer writing previously also. Yes, you could have. There is no issue in that, right? But the problem here lies is, for you to write an answer, you should have knowledge also. If you do not have the knowledge, what will you write? If I ask you to describe, let us say, an animal, a dog, right? You say that, sir, dog is a beautiful animal. The dog has 4 legs. One leg is not, my dog's one leg is not working. That is why he's walking on 3 legs. Now, please remember, this is not the content that you expect from UPSC, right? Now, even if you are asked on a dog also, you should be creative enough to write. That is why it requires little knowledge also that you have studied with respect to the subjects. Then it becomes easier for you to write the answers also. That is why this stage is little harder than the previous one, because over here you are inculcating the habits of what? NCRTs, lecture, newspaper reading. By now you become little mature. Now over here you are in the advanced stage where you are going to basically choose your optional, advanced level things, previous year questions and answer writing will begin from this stage. Clear? 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 Sir, I make foundation notes during lectures. Should I make again for the mains now? Beta, remember, whatever is being taught in the foundation also, those are part of the syllabus only. So you need to just restructure it. Do not need to recreate everything. Clear? Okay. Is this clear to everybody? Quickly tell me. Everybody here. Is this clear? Quickly, quickly, quickly. Any query over here? Anything you want to ask me, please ask. Now please understand this. This duration is from, please see this very well. This duration is from November till approximately May. Again, enough time to manage all these things, right? You will choose your optional, you will begin, optional takes approximately 7 months, whichever teacher you are studying from, right? Right? So I will discuss with respect to the optionals also, don't need to worry, right? Now, next step within this is, because I'm discussing about optional, so I'll discuss about optional choosing first and then I will move to the next stage, right? So I'm talking about the optional and then I will move to the next stage. Now the question arises is, which optional should you choose, right? Please remember one thing, there is a common myth that people say, oh, this optional is overlapping with the GS, that is why I'm choosing, this is the reason I'm choosing. So please remember one thing, optional is itself a subject on its own, right? You're choosing an optional because you like that optional, possibly you can get more marks. Do you, just tell me everybody, you want to choose an optional because you like it, or you want to choose an optional because you can get more marks? Everybody, come on, tell me in the comment section. I'll give you a very clear-cut understanding of this optional subject. Why? Because it is a deal breaker for you. Whether you will be in the list or you will be out of the list is again decided by the optionals. You know that very well, right? So you should choose the optional through which you can get marks. Yes, that is the more focus. So now, firstly, there are certain parameters on which people choose optional. I will list them, right? Both of them things matter, absolutely. Now let us see certain criteria. For example, somebody will say, I have an interest in this subject. Let us see this. For example, first, interest. Second, people will say if the teacher or faculty that is available who can talk to you, make you understand, or you are able to understand what teacher is teaching you, that is also very important. For optionals, we always recommend take guidance. It is not GS. Please remember this. For GS, people study on their own also, but for optional, it is huge. That is why we always recommend take guidance from teachers on optional, because over there the expertise is required, right? Is the quality material available? People also see what is a trend. Trend means what is the success rate of the option. Like if we see political science, anthropology, sociology, these have a very high success rate. So people think, okay, it is good. Again, it does not mean that other options are not good. It is your choice. Clear? Some people think that overlap with GS, right? Now, please understand, these are broad level of parameters that people think can be for choosing the optional. You have wide number of options that are available, right? Clear? What is asking? Okay, somebody is asking optional mein diagrams. Please remember, diagrams, maps are useful everywhere, right? Sociology or PubAd. I will just recommend you, beta, see. How you have to do is, based on this, what will you do? You will shortlist certain optionals. Now, there are so many optionals. Based on these, you will shortlist. Supposingly, you have shortlisted, let us say 4 options, A, B, C and D. These are 4 optionals which you have shortlisted. Please understand this very carefully. You have shortlisted 4 optionals. You say that, for example, you are a person from, let us say, commerce background. For you, physics, chemistry, maths, all these options might not be relevant, so you have removed them. You have no interest in languages, so you have removed those language papers. So you have come, let us say, to a conclusion. Let us say anthropology, geography, sociology, public administration, history, whatever. Now, understand what are the faculties available for you, how the faculty is teaching, go through the demo lectures, see the syllabus of the see the syllabus here. Syllabus and previous year question. Please remove the myth from your mind. No optional is chota and bada, or no optional is lengthy and less lengthy. I'm telling you one reason. Please understand. In a if a syllabus mentions only one line, it is possible that line itself might have hundreds of pages of explanation. It might be a possibility that a subject which have a deep explanation with every line of the subject, every line of the topic, we might not have to go into details into that. So please never keep this in your mind that one optional is chota, one is bada, or it is easier, tough. It is up to you, whatever you like, or it is depending upon person to person. So what you need to do, based on the syllabus, PYQ and the teachers, you might, let us say, remove one option. No, yeah, this is, again, I might not understand. This I might not understand. So you are left with 2. Now, go through certain demo lectures again. What are you understanding the subject? Because this is one subject where you have to spend a lot of time, right? Clear? Clear? Again, but somebody said that a lot of sources are available. Please understand, bache. When you start your preparation, you should understand one thing. Sources are many, people are many, but good sources and good people are less. Do you understand that? That is what is the basic difference between understanding that whether it is good or not. There are hundreds of newspapers in India. Why do I read The Hindu and Indian Express? Tell me, why do I read The Hindu or The Indian Express? Why? Because I trust the quality. Why don't I read some other newspaper? Have you ever imagined that? Why am I not reading some other newspaper? Possibly because I know that very well, right? I know that very well that is giving a quality stuff. Yes, obviously, if your graduation subject is there, then also it is perfect. But the graduation also depends. If your graduation is in computer science, if your graduation is in computer science, you do not have a computer science optional. If you are somebody from law background, if you are from the law background, you can take law as an optional. Sometimes people have mechanical engineering or electrical engineering as their graduation subjects, but they do not want to take that. Right? They do not want to take that. They might take some other. So there is absolute choice up to you. Again, graduation or not, it depends again upon the interest. Now, you might have done graduation in one subject, but you're least interested in that subject because you thought, I am one of those persons who did the graduation because people were telling me, my father told me to do it. That is why I've done. That can also be a case. So it is again about the interest also, because you have to spend good amount of time with your optional. So again, based on that, you can even call our mentors also for this. Please remember this. Our mentors are also available. You can discuss with them and finally you can take a call. Which optional I should study. Choose it. Once you have chosen the optional, please understand. Once you have chosen the optional, please study it properly. Please study it properly. Because what happens is, every optional has some difficult portions, some easy portions. It is going to be a subject where you will be spending close to 7 months with your faculty. Unlike the general study subjects where you will be with the faculty for, let us say, 1 month, 2 months. Here you will be with the faculty with about 7 months, 7.5 months also. That is why you need to have little interest in that also. That is very important. Clear? Okay, done. Chalo. Now comes, you have in the phase 2, you have chosen your optional, you are doing the advanced aspects. PYQ is very important, where you are able to write see the PYQs, what type of questions are coming. Along with it, you are writing your answers also. Next phase over here, please remember, is the phase, we were in May 2027, now comes from May till June onwards. Please understand. This phase is again very important. By now, you have majorly done your good amount of optional has been completed, right? Clear? Clear? Who teaches public administration? Okay. Public administration is taught by Nikhil sir. Anthropology is taught by me. Sociology is taught by Ravi Shekhar sir. Political science is now being taught by Sumit Revri sir. And history is being taught by Vikas Alawat sir. I'm talking about the English batches, right? Clear, everybody? Okay. Now see here. From this time till this time, this is a deciding time for you, because whatever you have worked hard, whatever you have done earlier is going to be tested over here. Can you see this phase? Everybody over here. Everybody over here. This is a time when you are going to do something very important. This is phase 3, where most important thing is answer writing. Second is revision, test, revision. Revision, test, revision. I call it RTR. Why? You will revise a subject, you will give a test. Now this test can be, let us say, even for the prelim exams or the mains, whatever, because you're doing answer writing along with it. Over here, you will now slowly possibly subscribe to the mocks. Mocks, particularly mains, GS and optional. During this time, write as much as you can. Test yourself to the extreme level. Now, this is also a phase of consolidation. Consolidation means you might have read a lot of things. You want to minimize those things. Your notes which you had prepared, you might like to minimize them. So all these things are basically being done over here. This is a phase you identify your loopholes with your answer writing and correct them. So identifying your loopholes, identify your loopholes and correct them. Why this is important is, this is a unique opportunity that you have. If you are able to get this phase correct, it is going to be very fruitful in order to help you to qualify this paper in one attempt. Clear? 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 Now, I am telling you a reality. Why this is important, bache, if you really want to qualify this exam. Everybody is studying this exam. Everybody. Most of the candidates who are studying, they're studying one or the other book. What the people do not do is, they do not write the answers. Everybody over here, many of you are in my batches also, must have studied anthropology from me, and geography also on YouTube, and now in the Pinnacle batch also. You would have realized one thing where I have regularly emphasized is answer writing, answer writing, answer writing. Why? You will be awarded marks not because of the degree that you have, you are a PhD holder or you are MPhil, whatever you have, but because what you write in your examination. Yes? In your preliminary examination, you will not be awarded for what degrees you are having, but what answer you have marked in the OMR sheet. Remember, if you want to qualify the prelims, not only the revision, regular testing and preparing yourself for the examination becomes important. For the mains, again, in the previous phase, you would have seen I have already emphasized on beginning with those advanced phases, doing your optional answer writing, then in this particular phase, consolidating everything, revising it, testing, revising, testing, revising, testing. That is what is required. Clear? That is why these all stages, when done well, by the end of this month, you will be in a stage where you will slowly shift towards the prelims, provided that you have done all these things in prior. All those who are doing things in 1 year, for them possibly this thing will extend to further few months also. That happens because again you have less time, it will take more time for you to consolidate these things. So next phase over here will be from Jan till May. Over here what are you going to continue? You will shift towards basically what? Just give me a minute. You will shift towards the prelims. Those who are preparing for 1 year, within 1 year, during that time, your preparation might extend a little bit, but during this time, you will basically extend, or this is the phase 4 where you will move towards the prelims. Whatever you had done in your previous stages, similar knowledge is required here. Multiple revisions, multiple mocks. Multiple revision, multiple mocks. Clear? Clear? Sir, what is Pinnacle? Pinnacle is a batch. Titan batch is of 1 year English course. Pinnacle batch is a 2-year course in complete English. That will begin from, I think, from Thursday onwards. I'll be taking the first class. Right? I'll be taking the first class. It will begin with geography. And it is going to begin from day after tomorrow. It is a 2-year course for civil services preparation, a holistic preparation. I'll repeat that again. Don't worry about that. So shifting towards the prelims, over here again mocks. I always tell my students that you need to do as many mocks as possible. I always give them a target of doing 100 mocks for the prelims. Please remember, now all those candidates whose CSAT is very weak, please remember this, listen. If your CSAT is good, you can move towards CSAT in this phase. If you feel that your CSAT is not good and you have problems with CSAT, you can possibly begin your CSAT from the month of November onwards also. What does that mean? See, first of all, if you want to qualify or get marks in your CSAT, please remember this very well. Clear? So will I give my examination in English? So can I join English batch only? No. See, beta, if you want to give your examination in English, then it is better to join English batch. Do you understand this? If you want to give your examination in English, it is better to learn from, to better be in that flow only. It is up to you. Otherwise, it is up to you. You can join any batch. All teachers are good. There is no problem in that. It is simply the fact that English is a language where you are basically learning or writing the examination, so it is easier. It is up to you. There is no problem. No hard and fast rule. So you can begin CSAT from here. Now, please understand. For CSAT also, right? CSAT. I'll tell you what CSAT is. CSAT is Civil Services Aptitude Test. Civil Services Aptitude Test. Your preliminary examination, your prelims, just to make you understand, Prelims has two papers, P1, paper 1, paper 2. This is GS1, GS, and this is CSAT. This is only qualifying in nature. Merit is created and based on GS. But nowadays, you know that CSAT over here has the aspect of maths, reasoning, comprehensions, RC and all, right? So the level has increased over the time and the people are not even getting or able to qualify the minimum marks also. They're not able to get 67 marks also. That is unfortunate. That is why I am telling you, you need to do this also well. If your CSAT, if your mathematics and all is poor, you can begin it from the month of November only. If it is fine, you can possibly start practicing from January onwards. There is no issue. Clear everybody? Any question here? My English is intermediate. I have to give an attempt. So beta, if your English is intermediate and you have to give your exam in English, it is better to go through the English batches so that you are able to learn them. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you. Clear? Sir, CSAT is headache, but luckily government is planning to remove it. No, CSAT is not being removed. First of all, CSAT is not being removed. There were a lot of discussions over here. Very categorically, it was mentioned also that CSAT is an integral part of the preparation. And along with it, the chairman has also said it is not going to be removed. Please remember this very carefully. Do not spread any type of myth. CSAT is going to be there and it is not going to be removed, because the basic ideal was the chairman of the UPSC has said that we need to have people who should have the basic level of aptitude level. It is very important. So CSAT will not be removed. Please get that in your mind, everybody. Please do not spread rumors. Please do not do that, because what will happen is that will hamper your preparation also and the preparation of others. It is an integral part. Get that in your minds very well. So CSAT over here is very, very critical. Along with it again, revise as much as you can. Clear? So finally, then you will have the D-Day. Clear? The D-Day is going to be there. Last, this is the strategy broad level which we are studying. Now, certain aspects which I am going to discuss, answer writing. Please remember this. Every single article which I am discussing over here is important now. Answer writing. Whenever you're going to begin with the answer writing, which we had discussed in the various phases also, first of all, you will write. There's a good quote over here. Please remember. You will write poor answers before you write good answers. You will write very poor answers, answers which will make no sense, answers which will be awarded very less marks. But for you to write good answers, you will have to write those answers, you will have to begin. All of you are afraid of writing answers, that is what the problem lies. Whenever you study a topic, please remember, begin with easy questions. Begin with easy questions. Let us understand, you have done Revolt of 1857. Write a simple answer. What are the causes for the Revolt of 1857? At least begin with that. Right now, when you see your questions of the civil services, you get frightened. What type of questions are being asked? Do you realize every candidate has gone through that fear? Every candidate has gone through that trauma, how these questions are being asked. But people are scoring. Why they are scoring? Because they have practiced. Begin with easy questions. Then get it evaluated from a mentor. There are AI softwares with PW also. There are mentors also there. Teachers are also there. Get them evaluated. After that, slowly raise your level. It will take few months. Please remember, this process takes months. That is why I had given you so many details with respect to year planning. It will take few months. This process takes few months. Then continuous evaluation with your teacher or for your friends and all, this will slowly improve. Then you will move towards what? UPSC level questions. And over here again the PYQs are very important. Now with respect to answer writing, please remember, you should remember one thing. Any answer that you are writing has three most important parts. UPSC answer has three most important parts. First, one is the context. Context means what is being asked. What is being asked? Content. Quality of what you have written. Quality of what you have written. Third is presentation. Presentation is how your answer is appealing or what value addition you have done. How your answer looks. Just tell me one thing that supposingly you have written an answer where a map is drawn, a diagram is drawn, possibly that will be more appealing than an answer where nothing is drawn, right? Clear? 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 So, remember, if your context is wrong, that means you are not writing what is being asked, it is straight away 0. Content, that means whatever you are writing. For example, you are writing about temperate cyclone or tropical cyclone. You need to mention the details. What is the temperature required for a tropical cyclone? The concept of front in a temperate cyclone. These things have to be mentioned, those technical words and aspects. Presentation is again how you are selling, diagrams, aspects, all those related to that. If you do these things, you will get good marks. That is why this happens or takes place with time. It does not happen automatically. Clear? Any question related to answers writing that you want to ask now, please? Quickly. Should we write answers in points or make a flowchart? Please remember, you should make a use of all of those things when any core topic is being asked. Let us say they're asking you the reasons for something. In that case, write those things in points. Whenever you write a point, explain in few lines. Your core question that is being asked should not be put in flowchart. Something that is not being asked, but you want to represent it. Supposingly there is a question which says that the caste system in India is associated with lot of discriminations, right? Now, when you begin the answer, you will define what caste system is. You will possibly define what are the various characteristics of caste system. Now, the characteristics of caste system is not a direct question that is being asked, but you can put in spoke diagram. But what is being asked is the discrimination. So that you will write in points, right? Okay. What about grammatical mistakes? Beta, see, small grammatical mistakes can be ignored, but it should not be the case where that happens very regularly, right? In essays, marks can be cut because the essays are checked by teachers and professors who are expert in the aspect of English. Am I clear? Everybody, am I clear? Okay. Next, notes. Please remember this. While you are studying, right, how to cover geography in over 3 months. It is depending upon whether you're asking geography optional or you're asking geography GS, right? Notes. Please remember, first of all, whatever you are writing in the class is itself a macro note. Please remember, notes. Why notes are important is they help you to remember or help you to revise for that matter. Somebody is going to ask me how to prepare the notes. Please remember, every student has a different technique of doing or preparing the notes, right? For you, what is comfortable, do that. If you find comfortable in writing in detail, do that. If you find, no, I can do it managed from the books only, it is up to you. Every student has his or own strategy of making notes. Please remember, what an ideal condition is, please see. Whatever you are writing in the class, let us say these are the notes, class notes. These are basically what? Macro notes. What are these macro notes? Now, you have written so much content, it is very difficult to revise and recall also. So what you can do is, later on, you can minimize this. Some people convert it into micro notes and nano notes, or what you can do simply is minimize them. So that you can revise it. Some people, what they do is they highlight the notes, or you can rewrite it in a shorter language. It is up to you. But minimization is required. Otherwise, you will not be able to revise, especially for the optionals. All the students who, when you would have seen, I make you write each and every word in the anthropology optional when I do, that becomes bulky. But at the last, when you are revising, you have to make it short later on. It is up to you whether you want to make it post prelims or whatever, but you will have to reduce the length so that you can revise and put them in the examination paper, right? So minimization is required, particularly for the optionals. Clear? Okay. Next, current affairs. First of all, my recommendation is do not avoid newspaper. Make it mandatory for yourself. You have to read the newspaper, please remember. This newspaper is not simply for giving you knowledge. It will improve your grammatical aspects. It will improve your vocabulary. It will help you to understand how questions are, how the answers are written, right? Clear? Clear? Beta, if your diagrams are weak, it is absolutely no issue. You do not have to draw artistic diagrams. They should be normal diagrams. So that is not a problem at all. Don't worry. So you should not avoid the newspapers at any cost. Newspaper is mandatory. Please remember this. Second is pick up any one current affair magazine monthly. If you are studying from PW, if you are getting that magazine, read that. If you're studying from some other institute, you can read that. There is absolutely no problem in that. But you will only refer to one, not multiple, because it will again not be possible for you to recall. Only one. Only one. If you are doing this religiously, you will not require anything else. I'm telling you, guaranteeing you this. Newspaper reading every day. You do not have to make notes from newspapers because all the important things will come in the current affair magazines. Current affair magazines you need to revise multiple times. Yes, that is true. But follow one magazine only. Any institute, whichever you feel comfortable, right? I don't know about him, but you can practice speaking. Yeah, if you have problem in speaking, how I'm speaking or how you can speak English, please remember. First of all is stand in front of the mirror. Whatever you're reading, speak to yourself. Talk to yourself. That will help you out to improve your English also, right? Okay. Essay. Now, please remember, during the course of your preparation, essay, particularly in this stage, please see here. Particularly in this stage, in fact, you can add essay also. Why? Please see. Because this is the time when you can spend time on writing essays. How essay is going to help you out, please remember. Many people find it very difficult also to write the essay. Many people find it difficult. Why? Many people ask me, sir, how do we write the essays? Please remember, I'll give you a brief idea. Before you write those complex essays, right? Before those, write those complex essays, right? What is UPSC Khazana? Khazana is basically the recorded lectures of the previous teachers who have taken in some other batches. So that is helpful for you, right? Clear? How many months does it take to complete syllabus plus optional? It depends upon which year you are targeting, right? Optional normally takes 6 to 7 months. And GS syllabus also will take depending upon which course you have subscribed. 2-year course or 1-year course, it depends upon that. Clear? Clear? Chalo. Come listen to this essay. How many of you have problem in writing essays? Just tell me in the comment section that, for example, the moment I give you an essay to write and I tell you it is philosophical essay or essay on some other topic, how many of you face problem in writing essays? 2028, obviously it is, this is Pinnacle batch is for 2028 people only, but I am answering the queries in general also, right? So quickly tell me, clear? How many of you face problem in writing essays? Quickly. Anybody here? Or everybody is perfect in writing essays? Okay. When we talk about essay, that is why when Gaurav asked me, sir, what about grammar? Over here it becomes important. Essay over here is very important. Aspects are basically language, creativity or creative writing, your ideas, and flow of ideas. Flow of ideas. What does this mean? What does this mean? Please see. What type of language you are using, right? What type of language you are using? I'm not talking about you need to use jargons or big English words, not required. Simple English, simple English. That means over here, your grammar should be correct. English should be decent. It is not that you need to use big words, not at all. Creative writing. Now, please understand. Creative writing over here means when you are writing, it should give a flow, a proper flow of writing way you are presenting your ideas. So that is why creative writing is dependent upon the ideas. For example, you're describing let us say you are looking at a window and you're describing something that is present outside. A person might say, I am seeing the window, there is a tree outside, there is a parrot outside, there is a wall outside, there is a field outside. Somebody has written like this. On the other hand, let us say a person who is writing in a very nice manner or a interesting flow of ideas are taking place. So how he or she will write? Looking at the window, the sun rays hit my eye and I could see a bird chirping sitting on a small little branch of the tree where that bird was feeding its miniature children inside a nest. Now, do you realize when I write this, it gives me a much more a better presentation, a better depiction of the ideas? That is what I am trying to tell you. Please remember this. Over here, this will require practice. So what you need to do, first of all, before essay, make it a habit every Sunday that you write something on any topic that you like. Right? How to begin with it? Let us say, every Sunday, write something that is different from your subject, right? Anything. Let us say you're sitting on let us say you are watching a tree and there are a lot of birds that are surrounding that and you want to write on that. So you write on that. Just present your views, let us say in 200 words. So write something write something on anything other than your subject that you are, other than the subjects that you are studying. Why I'm telling you this is, right? Why I'm telling you this is that this will enhance your creativity. Along with it, if you are reading your newspapers, you will have those English words there. You will have those editorials there. So that will slowly improve the flow of ideas also. Slowly, what happens is, every Sunday you should keep it in this manner that, particularly in the phase 3, I'm telling you, that keep Sundays for your essays. Do not pressurize yourself. Once you have done this for few months, do this for few months. But you should be very regular only then. Then pick up easy essays which have come in the past. Nowadays, essays based on ethics are coming. But before that, again, some easy questions also come. So you can pick up certain essays which have come in the past, which are easy. Easy previous year questions. Write an essay on that, right? Write an essay on that. Now, when you are going through those essays, why I am giving you this, all those whose English is fine, who can write, you can straight away go to PYQs. If you are having a lot of problem, then you can go through this and then go through the PYQs. Once you have done those easies, then go to little complex topics, complex PYQs, and then go to those ethics-based topics. Keep your Sundays. Sunday is essay day. Sunday is essay day. If you have some other test also, it is fine, but Sunday is essay day. Keep that in mind. If you really want to improve, I am telling you in the examination, you are not able to write essays if you do not have the habit of writing essays. It is again 250 marks. You have to write 2 essays. You will not be able to write the essays if you haven't practiced it. I am telling you this very well. Please keep this in mind. Clear, everybody? Am I clear to everybody? Okay. First of all, now majorly is your questions, that whatever you want to ask, I will be answering your queries. Whatever questions you want to ask, quickly ask me. I'm here to answer your queries now. Else, I'm just now focusing on your queries. Please ask whatever you want to ask. So quotations वाले ऐसे भी फंस जाते हैं. Those again are the complex level questions. So first, that is why I've given you, write whatever you observe, then do easy PYQs, then do complex. This is again a duration which will take 4 to 5 months, right? This takes a little bit of time, right? I enrolled in the Prarambh batch. My graduation is St. Xavier College. My willingness to join the English batch after 3 years would be fair to join English batch before the attempt. Yes, you can do, bete. Over there, you can absolutely do. There is no issue. Otherwise, we will have certain lectures in Khazana also. There is absolutely no issue. If you want to join, you can join, because during that time you can be in the flow of attending the lectures. It is basically these lectures and the subscription to a course gives you a discipline in order to do those things. Clear? There is no problem in that. Now the dais is open. Whatever questions you want to ask, I'm going to answer them. Everybody, quickly. Whatever questions you want to ask. Quickly. It is up to you now. Ask as many questions you want to ask, and we are there to help you out. It is open to you now. Please ask your questions. Your questions, please. No questions, or everything is done? Okay. Just to remind again, this is the Pinnacle batch faculties. Pinnacle batch is basically for 2 years. Purely English batch. Clear? Okay. So GS answer writing tips. Okay, GS answer writing tips, please understand that. Sir, will you say optional? Optional is not the part of Pinnacle batch. It is subscribed differently, right? It is not a part of Pinnacle. Optionals are different. Clear? Now, answer writing for GS, please remember, first write whatever you feel, right? Clear? What you feel is right, or what you want to write. Write that. Begin with that. Slowly you will only improve once your corrections are done. Please remember that. You will not write beautiful answers in the first go. Focus on the structure, what the question is asking, content and presentation. That is what is the core idea, right? Can we pay by EMI? Yes, you can pay by the PMI. Next, whether I have to do NCERT books before attending your geography lectures in the Pinnacle batch. Beta, I will be teaching NCERT as well as the advanced level also. So when I am teaching you, if you refer to those, your NCERT will become a cakewalk. Why I mentioned NCERT? So that you will feel confident also. Otherwise, what I am teaching will cover every line of NCERT as well as the advanced books. Clear? Okay, I am second year. Now history from Open University. I want to do UPSC course, please. Yes, better. Everything has been written. Please, you can definitely join. There is no problem. In any of the batches. Pinnacle batch over here, I'm going to be a part of it. How many aspirants have cleared UPSC from PW? Beta, if you see, recently also we had told you, there are so many initiatives which are from the YouTube, paid batches and all, that people have been associated with PW. And I think multiple number of students, 200 plus students with paid as well as non-paid batches have been a part of the PW initiative. Anything else? Ethics terminology seems to be different. That is not an issue, beta. When you do the topic of ethics, everything is covered there. We have wonderful teachers here. So can we read increasing vocabulary? Yes, beta. Please remember, please focus on newspaper reading. That will improve your vocabulary, because in an essay, in a newspaper, various topics are covered. So it helps you to enhance your vocabulary. What used to do is, I used to have a small register. Whatever new word used to come, I used to write them in my pad. I still have that pad. That helped me to increase my vocabulary also, right? I'm weak in geography, which is weighted subject. Can I improve? Better, there is no issue if your subject is weak. My subject was, my economics was not strong because I'm an engineering student. I worked on that. So definitely if you work on any subject, you will improve that. There is no problem. Sir, it is okay to study 6 to 7 hours. I'm working. Absolutely, bache, please remember, if you are working, please remember, when you get time during your office hours, just read some newspaper part. Nobody will get to know what you are reading or for what reason you're reading. Otherwise, if you're getting 6, 7 hours, more than sufficient. No problem. Provided they are done with proper concentration, right? In Prarambh, we received the NCERT wala booklet. Should I cover NCERTs? Beta, both are equally good. There is no problem. Clear? YouTube lectures of this English batch, especially your geography lectures. Yes, you can, if you have seen my lectures, those aspects are covered there, right? First attempt IS mistakes to avoid. Okay, first of all, certain mistakes that you need to avoid. First of all, please remember, don't be overconfident that you know everything. Nobody in the world knows everything, nor do I. Nobody else is going to know everything. Second is, always be in a mood or a state that you want to improve. Be curious, be hungry for gaining knowledge, and obviously to gain knowledge and work hard. Third, please remember, a correct strategy is required where guidance by the teacher becomes important. Otherwise, remember, a person with a lot of energy can go in any direction, but for UPSC, you require a correct path and direction. For that, teachers and mentors are required. Fourth, do as much revision as you can. Do not miss your NCERTs. Along with them, practice as many mocks as you can. Fifth rather, a quotation if you ask me. Trust no future, however pleasant. Trust no future, however pleasant. Let the dead past bury its dead. Let the dead past bury its dead. Act in the living present, heart within and God overhead. Yes? Yes? So, however the future is seen beautiful, do not be too excited about that. Be calm. Whatever has happened in the past, forget that, take lessons from them. Be bold enough, that means you need to have a heart. Be bold enough that you need to do something, and have faith that you will do and achieve your goal. That is what is required. Yes? Clear? Yes, Gaurav, I think if it is, which batch you're talking about, we can discuss that. Okay. So I want to stay consistent. Like you said, in between I get tired. I feel like to give up. So it is okay to break. Absolutely. Please remember, I'll give you my example. I used to study very hard from Monday to Thursday, right? Like hell, very hard. On Friday, what I used to do is, I used to study half day, and half day I used to just roam outside to eat momos and chow mein and let us say, not promoting junk food, but just roam around for a few hours so that that anxiety that creeps in, that it is balanced so that I am at least in a state where I'm happy. Then that thing, little bit roaming around and resting, used to energize me, and I used to work really very hard Saturday and Sunday. So taking few hours break every week is something that you deserve. Those people who are actually working hard are the ones who deserve break, not the ones who are not working hard. Clear? Clear? Sir, Prahar plus Anthro and PW, please help me. Good enough, beta. I just message me also. You have my email ID and all. Do message me. I will help you out with respect. We can have a conversation on that. No problem. Anything else? So daily answer writing is introduced in Pinnacle. Yes, it is going to be it is part of it. Daily you will have your answer writing also, and mock questions in the apps also. Everything is going to be there. Clear? Okay, I guess we have answered all the queries. So again a reminder, these are the Pinnacle faculties. Abhishek Srivastav sir, history. Harpreet sir, that means me, geography. Nikhil sir, polity. Ranchan sir, economy. Ravi Shekhar sir, society. Manjeet sir, science and tech and CSAT. And Shruti ma'am, ethics. So all these features, live lectures are going to be there along with daily MCQs, mains practice, weekly lectures, regular doubts, CSAT, answer writing, DPP, DMP, ebooks. If you take the Select 360, then dedicated mentors, answer writing with evaluation, Khazana basically means recorded lectures of the previous teachers, and hard copies and the recorded lectures for the NCERT are available. So now comes the important thing. Please see here. Pinnacle batch for 2028, you are getting a discount. It is not 26,900. It is for 13,999. Right? If you take Pinnacle 2028 with 360, it is not for 45,099. It is 21,499. Again repeating, Pinnacle 2028, where all these teachers are teaching you, all the set of teachers are teaching you along with all these material is available for you with 13,999. If you take Select 360, it is for 21,499, right? So this was from my side. I hopefully it helped you in a lot of ways, right? Can we cover optional in this batch? Optionals are not part of this batch. That has to be subscribed different. This has to be described separately, right? Clear? Everybody clear? Any problem here? Clear? Hopefully that helps you out. We are there to help you at every aspect. There are a lot of candidates who have been there or there are in my batch also. And I always maintain relations with them with respect to any help that they require, any need that they have with respect to answer writing and all. So it is our duty. You are all like our younger brothers and sisters. So it is our duty to help you out in any possible way. So God bless you from every aspect, right? Clear? For Pinnacle batch, initially there will be only one class in a day. Like for example, from day after tomorrow, the geography classes are beginning. Only one class in a day. Later on, the classes will become two, but not in the coming future after some time. Initially, only one class a day. Clear? Okay. God bless. Take care. Lots of love from my side. And as we always say at the end, Jai Hind, and may God bless you with all the capability, ability, so that you achieve really well and do well in this examination and achieve your goal. Take care. Bye.